Yeah, live. Hello, everyone.
Hello, friends. It's me, Cynthia,
And Azalea and Marty.
and it's Magic Hour. So we have some fun things to show you guys today. Today we're going to have an earring face-off. Maybe not a face-off, but some kind of earring type of activity. So anyway, we're checking this out. Azalea has Marty. We have everything ready. We have all of our tools in hand from Zuron and Zero tool, and got every kind of tool you can imagine here. Oh, Colite says, "Hey, Cynthia and Azalea, happy magical Sunday." Thank you. Happy magical Sunday to everyone out there watching today. Oh, I see comments coming in. Hello, Julie. Hello, friends. Stamile, hello. All right, how's everybody been doing? We're back from our trip to the ocean, and that was a good time. Feels good to have a nice break midweek. Oh, our friend Ann Schroeder. Hello. It was nice. The beach is only about 4.5 hours away from here, Charleston. Hello, Deborah. And we spent a lot of time at the ocean.
That was awesome. I collected so many shells. I'm going to make an epic shell mermaid necklace.
Oh, hello, Suzanne. You know what? One of the shells I found. Let me see. I have it here. You guys. I was so happy when I found this one. Look at this. It looks fossilized. I have this microscope, little handheld thing, has a light on it. And when I look at it, it almost has a crystalline structure like a piece of calcite, not like a shell. When you look at a shell under magnification, it has a little bit different look. But this one, I'm going to cast it. And I found 3. So I'm excited about that. I found a small, medium, and large. Oh, hello, our friend Meryl. Suzanne, hello. It's going to be good. It feels good to be home, although it was really nice at the beach, even though it was a little bit hot. Oh, yeah.
I got a little sunburned.
As I totally got a little sunburn. You guys, can you hear Greg? He's playing in the background. Sounds pretty good. Oh, Zoe.
You guys can hear it?
Can you guys hear him? It's background. Yeah. So I found these. I'm gonna cast them, but the only thing is, and I'll do a little bit of repair. But look at this one. That's the one. So I found that, and then this. And I was thinking about casting it first, and then carving an ancient, some kind of little creature that would have gone in there. Kind of like those. Have you guys seen? I can't remember the name of it. What's that animal that's like a fish, but it's kind of like an axolotl, but it's extinct. I can't think the name of it. I'll remember it. I bought a little sculpture of it. I mean, not recently, but it was a while ago. Oh, hello, Nilda. Hello, Teresa.
Hi, Pat.
Hi, Lisa. There's a lot of our friends here with us today. So I should show how that works. One of the things you can do in casting is you can cast, and you've probably seen people do this, where there's a shell, or a lot of times people will cast bees and wings. I follow a couple people on Instagram, and their whole business is loading up a tree full of found objects and then casting them. They're not even finishing it. It's just a cast, little pine cone or whatever, and then they clean it up, and then, or no, I don't think they clean it. I think they clip it, and then that's it. Then they send it to you.
Good job, Dad.
Thank you, Greg. That was he was doing our intro music. It was very nice.
Oh, let's talk about what we're going to do for the demo today.
Oh.
We put it in the newsletter that we're going to have a earring showdown with 2 cameras, but the 2 cameras thing didn't work out last minute. So we're going to have it just one screen, and we're both going to make earrings. But she might be the focus of it because her earring skills are superior.
Well, I don't know about superior, but
I like this.
We'll talk earrings. That's what we're going to do today. So let's just start. What?
Just
5 minutes
stop.
in. We don't have to be wild. We don't have to take
All right.
a long time.
Here, move it in place.
We're gonna move this over this. Okay.
Oh, we have to reconnect it because it disconnected. Oops. Sorry, guys.
I guess
Oh.
there's a time limit.
Yeah, it times out for a second when it does that sometimes. Oh, you have to turn it.
Oh, it was already hooked
There
up.
we go. Now put it in place.
Yeah.
And we're going to turn off that extreme zoom. There we go. Sorry, guys, we're still getting used to it. Before, we were able to not have the camera switch situation, but sometimes it times out and we have to redo stuff. We have to redo stuff.
All right, there you go. This is the kit that we recently made. Oh, that's fun. Shuri says, "Hello, ladies. I was chatting on a 4-month-old live." Nice. Oh, thank you, Pat. She says she loves the necklace I'm wearing. Thank you. And yes, Stummy Link, that cat is such a mush.
He's my
A
beautiful
delightful
son,
mush.
my true love.
I think the clamshell, I want to say that I looked for them online and I found the name of them, but they kept mentioning fossils. So I'm thinking that they're old.
What stone is this, Mom?
That is a type of agate. Now, if you're ever in question, agate has translucency and jaspers are opaque, generally.
Okay. I like this, and I like these juicy little amethysts too. They're like super. They have. Oh, that focus is good. See that nice rich purple? I'm gonna make my earrings.
I don't know. I think it's, again, we're having that thing where you don't really see the everything looks really dark. Maybe you can go on the camo and like lighten
Add
up
the brightness up in there.
or just tone down the contrast. It's like really high. Oh, that's better. Let's brighten it up.
Too much?
No. Now let me see, because it's some of the stuff looks dark. Just lower, not that low. What's gamma? Oh,
We're messing with the settings on this, y'all.
that looks a little bit better.
Here, let me wait. Stop touching it for a second. Your finger is still on the screen.
Okay, there we go. All right, let's
Okay,
be
is that
done with
good?
it.
All right, perfect.
All right, what are we doing? I'll move this back. But since there's only one pendant, if I were to do a
Pendant is for like a short necklace. And
I
the rest
know.
is for some of these small beads would be good for earrings. And pink or purple and green look good together, being opposites or complementary. So I'm gonna do those.
Be good if I had a teardrop shape right here. Don't you think if I had a teardrop shape? I'm surprised you didn't do this like this. Oh, our friend Clem. Hello,
that's
Clem.
hefty. That's
Right
a
here.
hefty situation.
I know, it's kind of. But you know what? They have that beautiful blue, what do you call that when they have it? Chatoyance. The chatoyance.
Like a Michael Jackson song.
Yeah, it is like that. I'm surprised you didn't pick this. These are apatite beads.
Oh, because I knew you would want them. There's only 2 of them. Look at this.
Oh, Marianne. I hope you
good.
don't lose connection. I hate that. You know what? We had thunderstorms, and that was some not good times for us. Kind of high
stressful.
energy.
Hoping that it wouldn't make our
Yeah.
stuff shut down.
Well, it looks like we have a really good internet right now, thankfully. Yeah. I think that this palette is really mysterious in like a galaxy. I kind of want to do a mix and match. If I were to do that, you know, if you're going to do asymmetrical, you need something that imitates the colors of the other side. You imitate the color and the shape and a little bit of the size. It doesn't have to be dead on, but like if this were on there to be maybe like that, maybe like this, something that would balance that out lengthwise. Let's see. Yeah, that's going to work. I think it is.
I wonder what is the smallest is these head pins have kind of a slender base.
Oh yeah, you know what?
It's
You can
gonna
if you have a
fall right
small head pin. You know what? There, I don't see in here. Where are those little whatchamadoodles? I forgot what I put in there.
That's a complete kit though.
Oh,
Oh, the little ones.
the
Yeah,
little
if you
minis.
have the small one, you want to put your minis at the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you. But this is.
Are you using these?
No, go for it.
This would boost.
A little boost.
Boost.
Mm-hmm.
See, I got this labradorite here.
I can
And then I've
imitate
got
that
these little
shape. Let me see.
bits right there.
That's pretty.
I'm totally gonna put this in.
Look how we have this chain. Isn't this fun? This chain. As I said, Azalea, go get the chain, and it's wrapped around these old weaving spindles. Isn't that fun? There's a lot of chain on there. That is so it does not get tangled up. I'll cut a little bit off of that so that we can use it. This is a nice, it's kind of a flat, it's not a drawn, it's a flat oval. I love flat oval chain. I feel like these have, look at that, isn't that kind of like a cloud? Let's see if that works.
Oh yeah.
I love making earrings. I don't know about y'all, but it's like one of my favorite things. I have so many earrings. I feel like that works, but I don't know when I stack it up. I don't know if I like it. These earrings are going to be, where's the hole? These fortunately have a nice big hole. One of the things I can't stand is when I have tiny holes. I don't like that story. I mean, it happens. But especially with like Indian, you'll have that, or it'll be drilled. You know, it'd be good is if this were like a piece of, let's see, because I want them to be as similar. Oh, Nilda says, I love making earrings and a bracelet to match. You know, I find that pretty fun too. It's nice to be able to make your own set. Hey, this is reminding me of when I went on live with Sam's Beads and Rachel challenged me. She's like, there's only 12 minutes left, or however many minutes that she said. She's like, can you finish it? We have all the tools down here. Sheree says, I love earrings. I do too. I have a lot of earrings. Now I want something, I want a spacer. I should have brought out some more spacers, but I didn't.
I'm already, well, that was such an interesting voice crack. I'm already incorporating some chain action.
I know, I was just looking at you do that. I kind of want to do that
We'll see
too.
what happens with it. It might be good. It might be weird. I think it's going to be good because everybody likes a little bit of jingle jangle action.
Yeah, I'm going to change this. This is too small, so I'm going to pull that off. And I'm going to do a tiny little loop instead. So I'm just going to pull this off. Make a... Amber is always like, he doesn't love how I make a jump ring. But I'm trying to do it where I can do it two-handed. I'm not coordinated enough to do it two-handed like he is. I kind of have to cheat a little bit. You know, a little bit of cheating action.
It's gonna have some jingle to it.
Mm-hmm.
Some jingle jangle.
Yeah, it's gonna look good.
I agree.
And you know what? If you make a bunch of asymmetricals, you can just make a bunch of them and then see what lines up. But generally, I line them up first by looking at similar color and similar shape. Because, you know, people rarely see your head where you're like perfectly lined up. You know, they usually see 3/4. And most of the time, there was a study that said what part of your body that people see the most. And guess what? It's not the front of your face. It's the back of your head. It's like, dang. Oh, okay. No, that's great. But anyway.
The part that you can't see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, maybe I should have put that piece of chain on there first. Oh well. Yeah, that's what I meant to do. And then you know what I did? I didn't put that piece of chain on there. Maybe I'll just do another one.
Oh, did you open a loop?
Yeah, I
and close
opened it up and then I didn't even put it on there. I closed it before I put the chain on. All right, I'm doing another one. Oh, hello. Hello, June. Oh, Nilda, she saw that. Yeah, that was pretty fun.
These feel like Alien a little bit since they're gray and they have that little swinging action.
They feel alien.
Yeah.
That's good. Let's see them. Get in there and let's see it.
No, they're not done yet. I'm not done.
Put it in where I can see it better.
This is kind of all the way up in the central business area.
Oh.
Here we go. So this is what I'm gonna do with this. This is
Oh,
gonna
hello,
go here.
bar.
Looks kind of goofy, but it'll look better.
I
I like the chain idea. I don't usually use chain in my earrings, but Mom said that would be a good idea. So.
I do. I like chain. I like that swinging action.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna have to transfer this over and then trim. Oh, you need this tool?
Nope. I'm just thinking about how I'm gonna do this next step.
Well, I'll tell you.
With a piece of wire.
Yeah, that's.
Sorry.
Oh, Sherry says, I love a little movement. Plus, it needs to hit a sweet spot on your neck. For me, it's about 2.5 inches. You know, I agree. There is a good spot that you can get, and it's kind of a flattering spot, they say. So I'm going to put this on. And I want it to have just a tiny bit of movement. Let's see how that would look. That would actually be, I don't know, let's see. Oh, aloha. We were just talking about Hawaii. Mal Yusuda. I like your name. For one, it makes me think of Firefly. You guys remember Firefly? The show? I loved it. And Captain Mal. It's good times. All right.
Good times.
Good times. Good times. Actually, you know what would look better is this. Let me see if that would look.
Try not to cut in front of the camera so hard.
Yeah. You know what I like to use are rosary pliers, and I'm always missing them.
That's how that goes. The most useful tool is always the first one to go missing.
In this case, the rosary pliers, I have a set that I've had for many years, and I'm all the time misplacing them, all the time. Sherry says, if you are graced with a long neck, it doesn't matter, but short necks need a little finesse.
Real.
Yeah. I didn't think of it that way, but I think that's true. I do agree with that statement. My friend Diane, she makes a lot of earrings, and she made me a really cool pair with an abalone horn. It's shaped like a horn. And she makes them where one side is the long horn and the other side is chain. And boy, those look good. And she has a gift with the asymmetrical earring. I feel like when you start out as a jewelry maker, it's people always start out being really symmetrical. It's like the thing. And then as you get skills, you then are like, oh, I can break the rules now that I know the rules.
I think I know.
Hello, Kathleen.
Where I put my jewelry set. I might have another set of tools.
Oh, Jamie and Jason, the bead gallery. I miss those guys. Yeah, they're really nice. They're some of my first customers, them. And you guys remember, I don't know if they're still around, but what was it called? The Bead Box? There was a really cute bead store in Hawaii. I think it's called the Bead Box. Maybe it could be a little longer. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe we'll do this and see. Yeah, they are really nice people. Oh, yeah. I hated seeing that about the fires there. It's so upsetting. It's so horrendous. All that life and beauty Probably one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. It's Hawaii. I love it there. You get off the plane and it smells like coconuts and pineapples or something. I'll go ahead and pop that little top on. I like these hooks, these kind that have the ball on the end like that, because then you can easily, like in a few minutes, make an earring. And this way, it's kind of like a top-down sweater. Sometimes I'll start from the top and then I can kind of gauge how long I want it to be. Although I kind of feel like I started from the bottom with these. Oh, Shuri says they are not getting what they deserve to build back. You know, I don't know anything a lot about that subject. I would assume that they would get everything they needed. You know, like when the cathedral. You guys remember a long time ago when that cathedral burned down? They replaced that in like 5 minutes. You know, that whole situation. Not that there should be like a comparison, but well, maybe it is. There's a little bit of a comparison. Just depends, I think. Oh, Cherie says, I was married on Kauai. I love Kauai. I haven't been in a long time. 700 per family. Huh. That doesn't seem like much considering how much it costs to live in Hawaii. Yeah, I feel bad for all those folks. It'd be nice to do some kind of project, like a fundraiser of some sort. We did one. I think the last time I did a fundraiser like that was for the tsunami in Japan. And you know, I actually got so much heat about it that it kind of turned me off doing those kind of fundraisers because people got on my case about it and was like, how can you do a fundraiser for Japan when there is, you know, there are people in the United States, you know, that just got hit with like, you know, I don't remember, it's been like 5 or 6 years, but yeah, I got like my inbox was, I had like 12 emails that people were actively angry with me because I was doing something for Japan and not Alabama or wherever it was. And I was like, what are you doing for that? You know, and it was people I was friends with. It wasn't just rando customers or something. It was people I was actively friends with. And, you know, going on to their page, I was like, you know, it's really easy to make a statement about why aren't you doing? How come you're not, you know, like, what are you doing to help? But really, you know, and if you're not also helping, maybe maybe you don't need to mention. So anyway. Oh, hello, Jillian. Yeah. So it kind of burnt my feelings for that. Although it shouldn't. It really shouldn't have. But it just gave me kind of I just didn't really feel happy, you know, or motivated to make make a painting, do all the effort for people to sit there and complain about why aren't you doing more for so and so. I was just like, well, I think they're like confused. Like maybe they thought I was like Bill Gates or something. It's like, you know, sometimes this happens and you don't know what's going to happen with people. Yeah, I think that'll work. Sherry says, look into it in depth. Yeah, I will. I'll look into it. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to say about that. I think I should do something. I feel compelled. But I think everyone, if you have an inclination to be helpful in some way, maybe it isn't even monetary, you could do a lot to volunteer. And Azalea and I, we try to do like local volunteering when we can. We have a place called Mana Food Bank, and we volunteered for that a couple times. And we know a lot of people that are very active in that community of volunteering. And like in our yarn group, in our knitter group, like we'll crochet blankets and things. You know, these pads, they make them out of like plastic bags, but you crochet them and it makes like a mat. It's pretty cool. Makes a really thick mat. And hats. We'll knit hats and things. That's usually a wintertime activity. And there's a couple of yarn stores that you can just drop them off, anything you make, and it goes to wherever it's needed. Oh, Rosie says, hello from Buena Park. Oh, yeah. Shuri says, please contact a local small business. Supplies we're not getting to the people. Oh, Jillian says, you and Kate have been inspiring me to do bead knotting. Thank you. You know, I love bead knotting, and it's one of those things that's really satisfying. You know what I need to do here? I need to poke a hole. And I have a hole puncher. I'll show you guys how that goes. I'm gonna walk away for just a second and get my hole puncher. Okay, so this is a hole punch that I like to use for punching metal. And it's from Europunch. You can get them any bead store or Amazon or wherever you like to buy beads and tools. So it has this little punch at the top. Let me show you how it works. So I'm looking at my earrings here. Oh, hello, Tina. She says, hi from the Grand Strand, South Carolina. We were just in South Carolina and we loved it. It was really beautiful. It was a little bit hot, but it was gorgeous. We were at Folly Beach. Hi, Helene from Kathy from Montana. You know, I like to listen to books about Montana. I love the Walt Longmire mysteries. I have Walt Longmire. He's my literary crush. You know, you guys have a literary crush? Well, Walt Longmire's mine. Him and Harry Dresden. Yes. All right, how's that looking? It has been hot and humid. I didn't punch it yet. All right, I started talking and I didn't even punch. All right, so here's how you do it. Okay, line it up where you want it to go. I want it to be right in here, and I'm going to nestle that hole between these flowers there and hold it firmly. Good Lord. Boy, this one is like super thick.
It's where the pattern is thick.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to try from the other side. Hopefully I don't break my punch. Well, look at that, how I'm bending it. This one is, it might be too thick to punch.
You might have to drill it. Can't you drill it?
No, I couldn't do it. Well, yeah, I could drill it, but I want it now. Well, anyway, I'm trying to punch that. I have a drill press downstairs, and this is a little too thick. Really, if you're going to punch, it needs to be either soft metal, like pewter, or it has to be a lot thinner, like this. So, see this? I think this is pewter. And let me see if I can punch that. I think this one will punch. Yeah, that one, you can see it's punching. But look what happened to my puncher. I'm going to have to flip and change that out for sure, because this is not going to be good for anything. All right. Nancy says, in anticipation of this season's first hurricane headed this way, it's paradise, even with the threat of hurricanes. Oh, I hate hurricane season. I hate it. All right. Well, that's annoying. I was trying to punch that. I have to change out the bit. Usually they come with like 2. So this, I think, could be like this long with the stone dangling. And so you can see when you're making something that's supposed to be asymmetrical, you want it to give what I call and what is known as visual weight. So this, when it's on this side, and your face is going to be separating it, you know, because there's your face right in here. You want to have something that imitates, like either the color is the similar or there's a similar shape. And I feel like this kind of imitates that top of that, like the fullness. And this is also the same bead. And to get the right length will be kind of tricky. And I'll cut a little more than I need because I might have to trim it. So it might be too long. And if I can find something that's a warm shade to pick up these colors, I can easily get that to look a little bit more, so it has a better flow. Oh yeah, I don't like hurricanes or earthquakes. Fortunately, we don't have that here. Oh, hello, Robin. She says, Rosie's here. Let's get this party started. Awesome. Yeah, we need some, we'll have Greg come back up and do some more music. He kind of looked a little exasperated. I think he wanted me to be quiet. That's okay. I'm using mixed metal. So I've heard different people say, oh, I don't know, should I use mixed metal? My answer is yes. Why not?
I think it looks cool.
Me
it
too.
adds interest.
Well, I wear both gold and silver, so mixed metal kind of works. And it seems more modern. Obviously, matchy is good too. If you have all the components and they match and you're happy with it, why not? I was looking for one of these to see if it was particularly small, because I was looking for one that might be like either this. Actually, this one might work better. Might be a good view. Yeah, Tina, I love mixed metals too. And Sherry's right, it does make it more wearable. For sure. Yeah, so I feel like it's a pretty good earring set. All right. Yeah, how many can we get done? Maybe one pair?
Those freaking needle nose, those round-headed pliers are
They're the favorites.
Well, you know what? I left a few minutes ago.
Look how tight they are.
I know. I just remembered where I put that last set of needle nose pliers.
Mm-hmm.
I remembered. And then I went up there and I got to the location of remembering, and then they were not there. And I was like, are you being for real?
Yeah, this is actually, since they're made in Sweden, they're pretty expensive. And usually I have some from Softlex, and those are good too. So before I close that, you ever do that where you get your head pin and then before you've attached it, you've already closed it? I hate when I do that.
Yeah, you need to start over.
Yeah, you have to cut it off. Usually I just save it as a head pin. All right, I'm going to test this at different lengths to see what works. Too long, maybe? Let's see.
Oh, this is cute. This
mixed metal.
Itty bitty dangle.
Mm-hmm.
I got the big jangle.
Yeah, I think it, what do you think? Could be longer? What's your thoughts?
Good.
Do you like it?
Keep it like that. Mine's not that long.
Because it could be, I did not go all the way to the bottom of that. So let's try it on the very last loop. Let's try that and see what happens. They're like little ornaments. If you're a Christmas tree, they're the ornaments for your face.
For your face.
For your face. What do you think? Do you think that's a good length? Maybe too long? A little too long. I'm going to go back up a couple lengths. And then that should be good. And I'll polish it. I'll look at it again and see. That seems good. You're right, Sherry. I think a wee bit shorter. Oh, Clem, it's the most annoying thing in the whole wide world when you forget to attach before the wrap. Nilda says she likes it long. I know. I like long earrings. This, if you can picture it, I'm going to go downstairs and drill that in a minute. But I think that could look good, or even something a tiny bit smaller. But so far, I'm going to chop that, close it up. We'll see. It's a fun earring party. If this were a challenge where they'd say you're timed, then I would not pass the challenge because I'm not that fast when I'm designing. I feel like it's kind of hard when you're on the fly. And I have designed on the, those challenges in Tucson. They're kind of stressful. Oh, you know what else I've done that I hate when I do it? I've cut the wrong loop on these and then had to start over. That's not fun either. But that's when you're not wearing your optivisors or your glasses and you're like going all cavalier with it.
Cavalier.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Shuri. Let me straighten that loop up. I hate it when there's when the, the tail is peaking. I don't like it. I don't like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Gotta tighten it up. Sometimes a messy wrap is good, sometimes not so much. You want it to be more pro level. There's this artist, this jewelry artist that I follow on Instagram. I don't know if it's a company or an artist because I think it's called Grain Morton, and they have asymmetrical earrings, and they're made out of gold and abalone, and they're like clouds that are raining abalone or mother of pearl clouds raining sapphires and diamonds and things. They're pretty epic. All right, so that's one pair. I bet I could do another, like a symmetrical ones. I feel I could make all day long and fast, So there's one set that's the asymmetrical set, and they have a little bit of movement. So I'll put them on. I'm going to put them on right now. Clem says, I've been known to say some not very nice words when that kind of stuff happens. Hey, same. I'm with you. That's happened to me.
I think I'm going to do some dangles from this loop right here to make little like grapevine drops.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things. Chain is good I tend to buy a lot of jump rings. And when I'm making earrings, I like to load up chain with a bunch of them, although it gets kind of labor intensive, very labor intensive. Sentence enhancers.
Correct.
Oh, yes. Let's see. You'll go back to these. I love those great big labradorites. And you know what else? And they're neutral. They go with everything. A lot of the stuff in here, like the spectralite, it goes with a lot. That's called hypersthene. Let me see if you can see that. It has a chatoyance. That was kind of fun to say.
What did we call this kit? Because that's the kit. The kit that we're using right now is on the website. So I thought I saw somebody mention it.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
I can't remember what I named it. Something to do with bats, y'all. It's a new kit.
Oh, I missed some of it. And then Sherry says, I think the balance is more balanced at that length because of the difference in bead sizes. Yeah, you can keep playing with it if you're not in a hurry. And then if you're making a bunch, like for a craft show or for like a boutique, once you get it, your pattern, then you can just make a bunch of them. And then you don't have to keep measuring it and deciding. You just have your pattern of what you're making, and then you just make the next one. So I'm going to try this. I like that story. And one of the other things I like to do is kind of the cheater way, is I'll take a length of chain and I'll put two at different lengths like this, and then I'll just put the hook at the top. It's almost. Oh, Anne says, Kid is full moon bats. Thank you, Anne.
Thank you for reminding us what we named our own kit.
Good job. You did it.
She went and looked for us. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I carved the ugliest thing last night, and Azalea and Max was like, what is it supposed to be?
Max was like, I thought it's a dog.
I was trying to do a buffalo, and guess what? It did not look like a buffalo, like even a little bit.
She's real beat up about it.
Well, I wasted like 2 hours. So then to get over it, I did something else. I started one with like carnivorous plants.
Are you still using them round ones?
There you go.
These are the fries.
Well, and they're expensive. I bought those Lindstroms. They were like, what are the? I went through a phase where I was like, I want the best tools, and then I got them, and they're pretty nice. But I don't know about like what I paid for them. I think they were like, I want to say they were like $75. I don't know if they're that good. But you know what? I haven't replaced them. It's been a long time.
You
So
start wearing safety goggles on this job.
oh, did one flick back to your face?
Into my eye. Yeah.
Oh, well, just as long as you don't, if you're ever using your pliers, remember not to aim towards the face, like have the pliers like this going into your face. Because my friend Heather Lynn, she was trying to pull a head pin through a tight bead hole and she was using the pliers like this and pulled and then accidentally let go of the other thing. And the pointy part of the pliers went into her nose. She looked
so hard.
like she got hit so hard in the face. Her eyes turned black. I mean, we were laughing about it, but she could have poked her eye out, you know. I think I'm going to cut it. Maybe that seems like a good length. Sheree says Halloween creature. She talking Halloween creature. Zoe says quality pliers make such a huge difference. They also help with hand fatigue. Yeah, you know what? My favorite ones. Yeah, the Lindstroms are good, but you know what I hate? Look at all these things. You got to find that thing that fits in there, and I am continuously losing this. I love that story. I like these. These are good, but I can't find. Look how tight those are. Yeah, those are good. But hey, is there a polishing pad? Can you grab that polishing pad? I love a polishing pad. I'm going to put a little one on that. Maybe a big one. Are you using this one, you think? So maybe I might go in with that. Or is that too big?
Which one are you talking about? This is my set so far. I have not claimed anything else.
Yeah.
I'm going to add something dangling from the bottom of this one right here. And dangle some underneath.
Yeah, I would agree. Good quality pliers. I hate using the crappy tools. Really crappy. Sheree says, my husband just picked me up some Klein flush cutters. They cut up to 16 gauge wire before I open them. Are they any good? I haven't tried them. I haven't tried those. I bet they are. They sound fancy.
Yeah, for real.
I love a fancy pair of tools. I think you could open it and test it, see if it's any good. But I can even put the loop. Demonstrate this cleaning, Isaiah, with the hand with that.
Cleaning what?
Well, like for example, that piece of chain that's on there.
Okay, so this is a pro polishing pad. Here is the brass chain. You can polish this in another way, but you can also do like this. And just wipe it.
Mm-hmm.
It works, see? Oh, I'm
no,
not
show the actual chain.
Makes it a little bit brighter, but this is already kind of dark chain.
Yeah, if you run it.
You have to go over and over and over and over again if you want it to be like.
Yeah, or you can use, if you want to, you can use, I don't think you need to go over it too many times because it's pretty good for polishing. I feel like they're a little bit easier to use than a sunshine cloth. I feel like sunshine cloth always leaves a kind of weird residue. So I'm not a big fan of that part of it, but they do shine it. And I found that these will clean and not damage things like a crystal. You could use a gentle crystal. I've polished Swarovski. I shouldn't say that word. I've heard tell that if you say the name with the S, that they'll remove your video. So that's not what I'll be like, that's not the word I was going for. I
meant Goofy Little Crystal.
Goofy crystals from the company in Austria. All right.
Do not forget the Goofy.
How about Magic Eraser? I got to go get one. My son, he picked them out for some reason. Yeah, those work pretty good. These are specifically made for metal, and so you can see it's getting shinier. This is the other piece that was sitting there, and you can compare. Clem says VS word exactly. You can see the difference. It makes it a little brighter. And so here's one pair, but I'm not going to have them dangling together. I'm going to have it one side higher than the other. And it's like the easiest earring in the whole world to make. Let me show you that. And through one of the loops, and then close it up. And look at that. There you go. I think that came out pretty cute. And you know what? Sometimes I like to do like another one, like right here would be nice, you know? Like if you did a head pin from there and did a loop on this side and a loop on that side, or maybe even one of these. Yeah. Or maybe this shape. Or if you had some little teeny tiny crystals, you could go and run them through with a lot of head pin. If you had a lot of head pins. You know, Tina, I agree with you. I don't think they should be allowed to just say that you can't say that name. I think that that's complete baloney that they can get away with that. Like you're not allowed to say, what do they think they are, Voldemort?
Not allowed to say the name.
Yeah, they're trying to do. I mean, I've seen it, and they're trying to go and get the luxury high fashion market. You know, even though they're crystals. I mean, is anybody really like convinced that it's like a luxury product, that it's
Yeah, they're
like
not
it's
even
quartz?
gemstones.
It's not
bro.
even a
That shit's
gemstone.
Glass. You guys are gonna be talking it up and like, you know,
Well, that's the thing is
shaking, crying, throwing up if somebody uses your name, but it's kind
yeah,
of a
they used
glass
to throw
piece.
a big party in Tucson. It was a big deal if you could get an invite, and usually the only people that could get an invite to the Swarovski party, or I said it again, dang it, to the S word party, were like wholesalers only, like Fusion Beads. Fusion Beads used to get us in, or our friends from Lima Beads. They would be like, "Hey, I got extra couple tickets. You guys want in?" And if you got into their party, they had crystals on all the tables, like in these wine glasses, and it was pretty cool. I was like,
The
"What are you guys gonna?"
extravagance of the bead community in the early 2000s is insane.
It was really, really crazy how much extravagance. They had gals walking around with these, they look like, what do you call that thing that you go around your body to hold the ammunition? You know, what is that kind of strap? I know Max would know that. You know the sash, like you're going to be a beauty queen, but instead of it saying Miss Alaska, it has bullets.
Sash?
No, it's not a
Bullet
sash.
sash?
Okay, bullet sash. Well, they had a bullet sash full of these like jewel encrusted shots. And so they'd walk around shaking them up and they would shoot them in your mouth. It was almost obscene how like extravagant and sparkly. Everything was sparkly. And you were asked to wear your most sparkly outfit. And of course I did. I wore some showstoppers. That's back in the time when you'd wear those seed bead extravaganza pieces that people were like, you're never going to wear that. Well, you would wear it to this kind of get together, that's for sure. And then at the end of it, I was like, what are you guys going to do with all these crystals on the table? And they were like, I don't know, probably throw them away. They didn't give us any direction. And I was like, listen, ladies, because we were the last ones there. I was like, Katie Wall, make sure to go fill up your purse and go get that so they don't just pitch them in the trash. And so I was like this. They had this wine glass full of gemstones that they had splashed all over the table. I was like this into my handbag. And it was like 10 pounds of crystals when I was done. And like everybody there was the same way. We were laughing our heads off with delight. Good times, good times. All right, where'd those go? The Zurons.
I got some with little Berry action.
Mm-hmm. That looked good.
Cool,
Oh,
goofy.
nice. Robin
Nice.
says ammo belt, bullet holder. Bandolier. Thank you, Tina. Artillery belt. Teresa says, I stopped buying any of their crystals when they closed. Yeah. I think everybody was mad about that. My friend Kinga is super disgusted with that because she used that all the time. And then it was like, you know what? You guys got your name through the craft industry. Nobody would know about you if it wasn't a brand that fashion designers for literally decades had been making into, they'd sew them onto gowns and things. Where'd they get their name? Well, they did not want to thank the craft industry. And so a lot of people were really upset when they just sort of said, okay, you guys can't use our name anymore. You can't do anything. Can't even list it on eBay. It's like, that's some power. Sheree says, I would have done the same. It's wasteful to throw them away. Oh, I know. They were going to just, when I saw them, they had the trash bag ready to start throwing them away. We were like, no way. Step away. We're going to recycle this. And you know what? I think I still have them. I put them inside of my, those crystal capsules? I have my friend Kathy make them for me, and that was one of the reasons I had them made. I guess that shows how long ago that was. But that was like a perfect use for it. Totally perfect use. Oh, yeah, Laura, she's not a big fan of that either. Sheree says, I have a necklace made from that company. It wasn't made that well. I've heard that. I really wanted to support it for some reason. I don't know why. It did make my blood boil, but I liked the collection because it was kind of futuristic. Oh, I think it looks good. Leave it. Pretty. But you know what? If you read the reviews, people are saying the crystals pop out. Like, they have this really cool Sputnik looking pendant, and I had been eyeballing it. I think it's currently on their website, but I saw it on Pinterest. I think it was over the holidays, and people were saying for something that's like $175 for base metal, the crystal shouldn't be popping. But it's base metal. What did they think was going to happen? It's not like it's silver or even, for that, I think you could do it in silver. Oh yeah, they were. I did put some in there. I did put a few in the locket kind of realm. All right, let's see if I can line. It doesn't have to be exact. Let's see how this looks. How many did you finish, Azalia?
1.
It's pretty good.
1/2. I haven't finished this side yet.
Oh, Teresa says, I got some super cute pieces from the Silly store in New York. Nice. That sounds good. I like to go through the stores and glance. Well, this one, look at this. I did not put it on correct. That is not even. So it's easy enough to adjust it by bending this piece. And so maybe I'll try to measure it. And by measure, I mean eyeball. It'll be close enough. Doesn't have to be perfect. I think that looks pretty good. What do you guys think? Kind of long. Not terribly long.
Long earrings are fun. I usually
But
make
you know
short
what? I think that
ones.
these are, they're not exact because I am not measuring. I think if I were making them with my Optivisors on, I would have them, I would have probably counted them. Or not. Who knows? This would also be good with 2 pieces of chain, and it's a pretty fast earring. Oh, thank you, Julie. She says she loves them. And Sheree says she likes them. Thanks. I like them too. I think they're pretty. And I might go back. It might be cute. is I have some super teeny little smoky quartz that kind of look like, or maybe they're zircon. I have to look at the bag. But I have some that are really super sparkly, and they have delightful big holes, and they will easily fit these head pins. So I might go back in and do a little extra afterward. So,
I'm just about done
oh, that's good.
with my one
What
pair.
I do with the other one? Did I shove them somewhere?
The other one.
Oh, guess what? I was like, what I do with the other ones?
You're
Well,
wearing
guess
them.
what? They're on my ears. That's what happened to the other one. That is exactly what happened. We have been watching Benson on, I think it's on Hulu or something. You know, Max, he loves old TV shows. Like he loves Perfect Stranger
Golden
and
Girls.
Golden Girls.
That's your son.
That's my son. And I was so, like, my friend was like, you're going to love this story. And I said, what's that? She's like, guess who wrote and created Benson and Golden Girls? And I was like, who's that? And she's like, well, Sam Harris's mom. And if you guys know Sam Harris, I'm a big fan of his app called Waking Up. It's a meditation app. He's a neuroscientist. But anyway, that show, Benson, it still holds up after I don't know how many years. I think it
It's from the
was
late 70s.
late 70s.
I estimated 1979. That was right.
She was right. Sheree says, I also like a focal at top, maybe a small stars and dangles below. Yeah, I think that's good. Right in there? Sure. All right, I'm going to start moving this stuff over. And then
Done.
get rid of this, all the things.
We can show off our earrings, and then we can do our lots.
Okay, like we can switch over for a second and show. And you guys can see.
You guys can see what we just made in front of your eyes.
All right, so how do you guys feel about asymmetrical? Do you feel like it works, or do you feel like it's making you feel like you're going crazy? You know, because sometimes people don't like it. I can see now from me wearing this that I would like something a little bit gold hanging from this spot right here. So I think it could look cool, but it needs a little something. So a little flash, you know. Oh, Azalea, those are good. That suits your. And I see what you guys see. Other the length of these. Let me see what the length is. This. You know what? I got this thing, but it isn't accurate. I think it's not accurate too. It's not in. I can kind of guesstimate. So it's like an inch. So it is about 2.5. It's almost, actually, this is closer to almost 3 inches. But on Azalea, it hits right at the part of her hair. So, you know, it's a flattering length. Good job.
It is. Thank you.
Good job.
With my little porcelain berry drops.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, we're gonna switch the camera back, and then we're going to show.
Switch. So we're gonna show you what we've been doing.
All right.
All right.
Oh.
While Azalea is bringing that stuff over, I will show you my corn painting I did.
Corn.
So I did that. This is for my friend Jess. She's gonna be at the Minnesota State Fair, so I thought she would like some corn in her life. You know.
I want that corn, rainbow corn.
Yeah, I want that in real life. Anyway, that's the corn grows like that. I bought some, oddly enough, at the Asian food store. They had it, and the corn looked just like this. But you know what? It's not the kind of corn that you can steam and boil and look juicy like that. It's the kind of corn that you pop. Oh, thank you, Clem. Says my corn painting is so gorgeous. Thank you. Yeah, I'm a big fan. You know, I tried to grow it, and it didn't work out, like even a little bit. So. It was really pitiful and small. But it is. Colite says magic corn. You know what? It looks just like glass. And a friend of mine that's a really unbelievably skilled glass worker. You guys might know Kim Fields. She did a gem corn in a glass bead. It was like this big, right? And so she made all the stringer and all the different colors, and she made a tiny gem corn. It was awesome, but I would have totally bought it. But it was like, I think it was like $200 for the glass bead. It was out of my budget, but I totally loved it and wanted it. I have a couple of her owl. She usually makes bird and animal beads, and I have a few of her owls, and like one that's like, it's pretty amazing. All right, Azalea, you ready?
Just about.
All right. I'm gonna get this stuff. Oh, Teresa says it was really neat to watch you working on it. The kernels were popping out with the shading. Oh yeah, I forgot. I did a little real time, because you know what? People are so into doing the fast, and I am.
Show them the whole thing real quick.
Oh yeah.
You guys want to see the preview?
That's the whole preview. Yay! Okay.
You guys got to glance for about half a second.
All right.
More.
We'll start with what Greg made over the week. Oh, Nancy just got here. You missed our earring thing. We made this. I made this one. And let me see. I made some of this. So you can go back and watch the replay and see what we did. We're working with the bat. What was it called? Full moon bat or something?
Something
what was
like
it called?
that, I believe.
It's on the website.
It's because it's full moon and bats with all the midnight kind of colors.
Yeah, you can get in there and look. Isn't that so cute? It has some of these little flowers down at the bottom and little bats flying. Sheree says, are you going to make Halloween earrings with the eyes? Ooh, possibly. That's a good idea. Oh, we moved out of Art Garden yesterday, or maybe that was today. Was that yesterday or today? We were set up there, and you know what? Every time we went in, we noticed, it was okay as far as sales, but it was okay. But, what we noticed is that we just didn't feel like we were supported.
We didn't get the spot we paid for, and our stuff was getting stolen.
Yeah, Zoe's just going to break it down. She's just going to
tell you how it is. There's no need to be gentle.
Well, that, and I set up there as part of their they're like, oh, artists will be at work. And so I dragged my stuff and sat there all day from 9 in the morning to 5. And they didn't even share it on Facebook. I was like, so I showed up here and did my end of it, and you guys didn't share, or it was like, what am I doing here? It seems silly. Anyway, this is a Shibu Ichi piece. It's a little bean face, and it reminded me when I was making it of that bean in that Mickey Mouse movie where they're cutting that bean and they're cutting it so like a sliver per person. I don't know why that made me think of it, but it's I call it the magic bean. It's kind of sleepy, and it's like a black-eyed pea, but with a person's face. It's $12. It's lot 579. Oh, Marianne says, I saw your painted corn on Gmail. It is beautiful. My son and his family were at the Minnesota State Fair yesterday. Lots of fun photos of my grandson. Oh, fun. Should tell him to go and see our friend Jess Vintage. She's there. I'm not really sure where, but she's there selling rings and all manner of cool things. Yeah, I would put this is not really it kind of reminds me, I've had this bead in my collection for, I don't know how long, a long time. And I've made this where it goes like this. And then, Mal, how did we claim? You type in the lot number, and then Azalea will send an invoice through Shopify, and that will have tracking and everything on it. So you just write the name the lot number. You don't have to do prices or anything.
You just comment $5.79, and I'll see your name and the number, and then I take the notes. See, this is how it goes. I'll show an example. See, name, lots. So far, I have Teresa Kelly and Helen, $5.79, and then afterwards I send you an invoice because most people that watch us, their email address is already in our system. If your email address, if you've never subscribed to our account or an account on our website, or if you've never bought from us or anything, then I'm not going to have your email. So you're going to have to message me on Facebook if there's something that you want, or I'll message you.
All right.
The invoice will be from Shopify in your email.
Yeah, it'll be in your
email. You'll
email.
get an email that says Green Girl Studio Shopify, complete your purchase. And it'll have the lot number, the thing that you got, the price, the shipping, ittle be more official, so you have tracking and you don't have to be like,
And it'll say what it is, so then you're not like, what's this?
Yeah, I put lots 579, Shibuichi, Bean, Moon Face.
She says she's got it. So Shibuichi, if you guys don't know, is silver and copper. And it was originally used as a handle on a katana or a hand guard. It was like it was like that kind of an oval shape with a hole in a slit for the blade. And the reason they use Shibuichi is because it's super hard. Like if this was not drilled all the way through, we would have to toss it back and remelt it because it's too hard to actually drill. None of the drill bits could penetrate that because copper is hard.
We have a
really
question.
hard.
Tina asks, is there only one per lot? With our Shibu, no, we're taking orders on the Shibu.
So what we have is there's a pot of these going right now. Greg has several trees, and we have one right now that we're showing, but there's like 7 or 8 on the tree. So if we go above that, we'll add them. But so far, these will go out probably in a week and a half, 2 weeks. So there's one right now. And this nest is $5.78. It's $18. It's a pretty precious little piece. It looks particularly good in the Shibuichi. If you want it in pewter, I have it on my website, but it isn't in this finish. All right, what else? Oh, yes.
I like that one.
Okay, so this is lot 580, and it's one of Azalea's favorite pieces for sure. And it's one of mine. Yeah. So I detailed this after a very old posy ring. And it was like, so a posy ring was something a guy would give to a gal in, like, it's like you're going steady or whatever. And one of them was like, it was kind of morbid, because it was like, I'm going to love you until you're like this.
Crazy.
Yeah. But, it was really cute. And so I wanted the same feeling. So I made this little guy. Came out pretty good, pretty detailed, front and back. Yeah, so this piece is detailed, and you'd have to punt. I think this one has to be almost just looking at it. It's the hole's supposed to be on here and here. I'll have to drag that one because this one's not quite punched. But that's just flashing, so that is not like very difficult to go through because it's like the finish wall. I could probably punch it with my hand tool if it weren't smashed. But this is what, $5.80? It's $18 in Shibuichi. Oh, Mel says, I only purchased your products through the Bead Gallery. You had a trunk show, I believe. Oh, that was a minute ago. That was probably 2 summers ago, I think. Oh, here's a key. Now, you know what? This is a fun piece. I made this after I saw these paintings from the medieval artist Hieronymus Bosch. And this key shape turns up in almost all of his paintings. It's really weird. It's like, what kind of walk? It's hanging off of the belt of Jesus's sash when he's like looking at Adam and Eve in the Garden of Earthly Delights, and this key is on his belt. It appears in pretty much every one of them. Anyway, it just has me fascinated, and it's a cool little piece. It's not bendy in this material at all. And when it's polished, it has a rose gold kind of pinkish color to the metal because of the copper. But I'm pretty crazy about this one. I've used this in my amulet like necklaces because that's what I feel like. It's like a magic key, you know. It's like it just feels like it should open up a crazy cool portal. Ah, Clem says key to open the door of your mushroom. Haha, that would be pretty cool. Especially if you could open it. Imagine a tiny box and open, and then out pops a little world.
I'm sure those expert locksmiths could do something like that.
Mm-hmm, for sure. Oh, Sam, my other son. He's here.
It's cute.
Hello, Sam.
We were just fantasizing about having a mushroom house.
Mm-hmm. Who doesn't want a mushroom house? So look at this little bird head, you guys. This is in Shibu. It's kind of satisfying. It's a little bit heavy. You know what this would work good as? A pendulum. Look at this.
It's really
This is
pointing
like-
its beak.
Uh-huh. You guys know how a pendulum works, right? Back in we were supposed to aim it. If it says going this way, it means yes. If it goes this way, it means no. But will people like this bird bead? Looks like it's making the yes.
Correct.
Anyway, you know what? I made this and it was just kind of random because I wanted it. That's what happened. I was like, I don't know what's going to happen with this piece, and it actually turns out that this is a pretty good seller. I know, as random as it is.
Yeah, it's just a bird head. Like
I know.
completely rounded off, just
There.
its face. Just
It could be
pointing.
like you could wire wrap it to a body, and then it could be like this. Hello.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
It's so
Perfect.
different.
I know.
Get out one.
All right. Okie dokie. This one, favorite for everyone, is this little heart. It's called the Locked Heart Button, 581. Name him Martin.
Martin.
This has a big enough hole where you could go in with leather. So see the size of that? That's probably like a 3.5 millimeter gateway. So if you wanted, you could easily do that. So this one I made, I don't know how long ago, not that long ago. And this one has been used by so many people as a bracelet clasp with those woven bracelets. I can't remember the name of it. I guess it's called, is it ladder stitches, Zoya? Do you know? Where it's like the leather, it's a two sides. Kate makes this bracelet all the time. And where it's supposed to be pretty fast. You just you wrap the beads on one or two, like a cross. Kind of, it's basically weaving. And then the loop at the top would be the loop that this goes around. So you would add this at the very end. I've sold so many buttons over the years that had the purpose of a wrap bracelet. And then this one is good either one wrap or three. So if you wanted it to be like, you know, if you wanted to go around half a dozen times, you could, and it could look like a stack. But, you know, herringbone, I think it might be herringbone, Robin. I'm not 100%. Kate would for sure know what the name of it is. But
That button's a hit. You
yeah,
got so
well,
many of them.
buttons, you know, it's a good closure. I mean, it's a beautiful color. And, you know, it's sturdy. I mean, it'll be here until the next ice age. This stuff, they've found samples in Shibu Ichi that are 2,000 years old. I know. It's like, wait a minute. How is that possible? I guess because, you know, the Japanese were making those swords. I guess they were making them when they were wood at one point. But maybe the hilts were in that material. They didn't make the whole sword out of that because it would still be really expensive. Even back then. Oh, so I have one ring. I had these.
2 rings.
Pick these out. I have 2 rings. I don't know if this is going to fit anybody, but we just thought, hey, someone might like this before I put it on the table for our next show. It's a size 6. It's $60. It's set in brass. The lot is 5 $64. And let's see, lattice wrap or ladder bracelet. Look how pretty that is. A friend of ours cut this, and I just really like that stone. I think it looks really good.
Oh, that's labradorite.
Yeah, it's a carved labradorite.
I didn't look at that so much. When I first saw it, I thought it was some sort of resin, but
no, it's labradorite. It's really pretty. It's a good color. Really beautiful. And it's sturdily in there. It's not loose at all.
Oh, looks like Mel got it.
Mm-hmm.
Sam says that's pretty. I agree.
It is pretty. It's really pretty. All right. I have one other ring. This is kind of fun.
I wanted to keep that to my own self.
This is a weird thing. Like, these were made in the early 40s, and they were on this sticker back kind of sheet, and like as a sample, and they came in like 4 different colors, and it's lucite. It's an old lucite that they have. I'm not sure how they got that color on the back, but I just thought they were really cool. I loved it. Thought they looked neat. So that's considered an antique cab, because they don't make those anymore. So, and then it's set with that sawtooth detailing, and also well set. And that's $5.65. Oh, Sam says, I still have a labradorite pen that you gave me. It's one of my favorites. Awesome. All right, now I'm going to show you guys. I have Azalea said, do the chain. Okay, so here's a piece of chain. It's a finished chain. Maybe you can back out for a second. All right, so I think this is, what do you think? Is that 16 inch? I think it's 16 inch.
Should say on my tag.
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
16 inch. And it's $18. This is a kind of a modified paperclip chain. It's like a dot and dash. It's $18.
Like it's so satisfying.
It's
shiny.
Very nice, handmade chain, pretty sturdy. And this would be good to add head pins. There was the word I was looking for. And I made a chain, or no, I didn't make the chain, but I have doctored up the chain and put like this on mine.
I remember one
around.
Project for one of our early kits. You put a tiny gemstone with a paper.
I wire wrapped it in the middle, but that one, like when I'm doing craft shows, I take this chain and I'll put like 3 or 4. You can just picture it if that thing wasn't there. It's like this. I put it on various parts of the chain in like festive colors. This is probably not the right color for it, but that's how I doctor that up, and in a smaller gauge, usually a 3 millimeter, and it looks pretty good. It's kind of a festive, bubbly look. Nancy asked, "Are the jump rings soldered?" They look like it to me. I don't have my. I'm gonna get my optimizers.
It looks like Marianne got that one.
Oh, okay. Let me see. So, the long part of the chain is soldered. It looks like the short ones are not soldered, I don't think. So you could add to it. You could open that jump ring and add another piece of chain, or put a hand-blown glass bead in there.
Oh, she talking hand-blown glass.
Oh, I do. Well, that's what I put when I'm making those necklaces. I like to match it up with my lampwork beads. All right, here's another one. Same, Shuri. I love working with chain. I found this. This is called long. It's a paper clip, but also a long drawn cable. So this is brass with silver plate. This is 20 inch. And this is a good, just like an everyday chain. I sell these all day long at the craft shows. It's like the best. Usually I make them where they're like, I think 20 inches is my favorite. But sometimes I'll cut them and make them right at the table. Do I have more? I might have more. I cut them and make them. See, I have these things of chain like this. And sometimes I have a lot of a certain type, but some of it's kind of expensive. Like the bigger the chain, the more money it costs, just because it's more material. Oh, this one's $5.75.
All right.
And I'll check, Nancy. I'll see if I have more of this particular size.
I've seen a lot of these chains, and there's not a lot that are exactly the same.
Yeah, we can show you. This is like the chain I just showed you guys. It's a little bit bigger. This one is 18-inch. Lot $5.72. It's a finer chain. It kind of looks like a little bit of a bubbly look.
Yeah, because they're real round.
Yeah, they're flattened. Whenever I've made chain, they have been like, I have done it where you'd make the loop, then you go in with pliers to get this, and you open up each loop. See, that's how you get an oval, and then you smash them down afterwards, and that's how you get a flattened chain. So it's pretty cool. Oh, thank you for joining us, Tina. She says, I have to go. It's been fun. Thank you for joining us, you guys. We really appreciate it. It's always nice to have people watching live, because then it feels like less of being, like by yourself out in the world. All right, I'm going to show you. Oh, what am I at? I have a few eyes. I'm going to get this. Let's do like we did last time, Azalea, and put them so people can kind of look and see. So I have a few of these eyes. I don't have a ton of them out. This one is, they're all individual and handmade.
I'm going to zoom it in just a second, y'all.
We're going to go an outer look. So they might be similar in color, but
none of them are exactly the same.
Yeah, they're not. Different. They're all a little bit different. So we're going to spread these out so you guys can take a look. Is that all of them?
That's all the big ones.
So these are all the large ones. Let me tell you a little bit about it. You guys have probably heard this story before, but each one is
too much. There we go.
Oh, yeah. I know. Done. So these were originally made.
Here, I'll do it.
Nancy says, we want you to have company.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, it's when we first did this, when we first showed up, we had like 2 people watching. At first, we had 0 people watching, and it was actually kind of nerve-wracking. I know it should be the opposite when you don't have a lot of people watching. It just feels weird, like you're like, I don't know how to describe it.
You're talking into a void.
You're talking into your like into the mirror or something if you don't have anybody watching. So anyway, these are made for icons that are like the wooden carvings that you see in churches and such. They back carve them and inset the eyes. And so when you get little bitty eyes, let me see if I can show you. These guys are made for like crafting dolls or milagros. They're made in Mexico from this family that's been making and producing this same product for several generations. So they've got it down. They've been making them a long time. And they're almost, it's kind of like if you've ever seen, they're not, people have asked me before, oh, are they real prosthetics? No. Number one, they're the wrong shape. Like the prosthetic ones are about this big because they're the size of a human eye. And they're made with a very, very thin glass and are generally made in Germany, or like they used to be made in like Czech Republic. But like this particular variety has been made the same way, and this is called caning when they slice it up. Like they make it the way you've seen polymer clay cane, except imagine with glass and heat and everything. And they slice it off, and so you get different canes. So even one that's slightly similar in color, they come out a little bit different because of the variations in the kiln temperature. Sometimes it flashes a different color. And like this color here, this was reserved for like angels and things. And like this one, like Virgin Mary, she had like brown eyes. And some of the angels, they had the kind of wacky colors. And the green always more popular. I think that was like for Jesus. Actually, I think the blue is for Jesus. If you've ever seen those, and if you've wondered why they look so luminous, well, they have little glass eyes looking out at you. Oh, let's see. The eyes are enthralling. I have a brown one. Thank you, Nancy. And you probably did get it from Andrew. And you get so many comments. Yeah. People love them. I have people that they're what stop people. You know, they come up to my table and look.
Oh,
I
those
love it.
craft show people.
Mm-hmm.
All
They
right.
can't stand it. They look.
Did you show these? Didn't want to think so. Let's lay these out. We have a couple left of the eyes, but they're small pairs. Small pairs.
Mm-hmm.
Perfectly matched.
Yeah, Zilly went through and matched all these. So if you want to have some that are earrings, these are matched and ready to go. And they have, like this one has only the top loop. This has a top and bottom loop. And this is a top and bottom loop. This only the top. You see, Zelia?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. I know I love these particularly. These, you know what they're good for? This would be like a good one for this. If you can visualize it.
Sorry we got all quiet all of a sudden, y'all. I've been
Azalea's
reading comments.
writing them down. And I have some extras of those.
All right. Let's show these. They're gone. All right, guys. This is the last of our lot sale with a couple gemstones. We usually have more, but this is what Mom pulled out of her personal secret stash. Start with this one.
Yeah.
These are, she graduated. I am getting confused.
These are sapphires. Teresa, did the big green one on the bottom sell? I don't think so. I don't think anyone picked that one.
Big green one on the bottom. You mean this one? Because that's $573. And nope, we still have that one.
All right, let me see if I can get that in the picture. All right, so these are faceted, they're graduated. And I got these for a really good deal. So that's what I'm doing. I'm passing that on to you. These are beautiful quality. You can see they have a nice shine. They're well drilled. This is on medium, I believe. Softlex.
Oh, I think she might mean this one. This is the one that had the pieces on the top too.
Yeah, you can. Oh, thank you, Helen. I am a big fan. I'm a big fan. They're pretty nice and sparkly, good quality of color. And usually when you get sapphires, usually the blue is usually like on only like a section of like this. And I got full strand and I love them. These are what I use on my necklaces. They are not dyed, they're natural, and they have that kind of star quality. That when I say a star, it's that same, it's like chatoyance. There's a little bit of that shimmer because of the way the crystalline structure is arranged. You get that little pop of sparkle. I'm a big fan of them. Helen says, I'm still hunting for a dark blueberry color. I might have some. I have in my recollection, I think I have a dark blue, almost a navy sapphire. I'll hunt for them and see if I can find them.
We have 2 of these left.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we have 1 left.
Yeah, that's not, usually when you get sapphires, it's, one, they're a good deal smaller, or the color. There's something,
Oh,
I just love them.
Thank you, everybody.
I'm crazy about them. These would make great earrings. I mean, seriously. You could just, you know what? You could do head pins and do like 5 on a pair easily. All right, the last
lot.
of the evening. I don't know. You guys might remember I had a strand of these, and they were the big strand. They were 275 or 280 or something like that. These are Wella opals. And I got these several years ago from a dealer outside of Perth. And most of the stuff he had was from the Cooper Petty mine, but he had some Ethiopian opals. And I picked these up because I thought they had a really beautiful, beautiful glow to them. I don't know if you guys can tell, but opals are pretty much my all-time favorite. Almost more so than sapphire, even though it's like unbelievable that I would say because I love sapphires so much. But opals are my favorite because of the rainbow sparkle. These have a lot of flash, and they're just, they're well drilled. See, there's a lot of movement there. They're not hard.
Oh, Sherry asked, is that the same as jelly opals?
They can be. Jelly opal is referring to like when they're not clear, but they have a look like Vaseline. When you look at a jar of Vaseline and it has that kind of gelatinous look to it.
Gelatinous.
That's that kind of milkiness that's considered a jelly opal because of the because it looks kind of like a jelly,
I would be fighting not to bite it.
Mm-hmm. Well, opals are soft. I think of them as like living almost because you have to be nice to opals. You have to take care of them. They're soft and they can be damaged pretty easily. So always be careful with your opals. They're not like diamonds.
Sherry says semi-transparent.
I think so. I think they're like, let's get in closer.
Museum.
So I think that's a pretty good, for some reason, the Zoom today is being awesome and no lag. Gelatinous yum. Yeah. I have, and it's funny because opals, it's like they price them and it's all over the place. Like I'm embarrassed to say I bought a strand. I know I can't believe I'm going to tell people this, but I bought a strand that was like $600. And I know Azalea she just gave me a real hard look. But at the time, they're really difficult to find. And depending, it's like anything, the rarity of the stone is going to reflect the price. So there are all different grades of opals. There are some that are like, this would be like the same weight, because a lot of times they are sold by weight. Actually, every time I've ever bought them, they put them on a scale and they weigh them. And depending on the quality will depend on how much you pay per gram. So if you have some that are like, triple A grade, they're obviously going to be more than some that are, not that, that don't have the sparkle. And they grade them by this. This is called the flash. And the more flash they have, the more expensive they're going to be. So whenever you're buying opals, you want to check them out and look to see if you get some that are like mostly just clear, no flash. You don't want those. You want some that have a good amount. So these are pretty good. They're not like super triple A grade. I would put them at double A grade. And they look like,
they're real tasty, like these.
Excellent.
I have an opal in my ring.
Yeah, that one is that is another Wello. Oh, yeah, it was mostly white. You know what? Nowadays, people are just not interested in white. There's a lot of interest in some that are the like the wild colors. Okay, we're going to. Oh, she already did it. Move that out of the way. And now we are going to the portion of the day where we're doing the
giveaway.
The giveaway time.
It's written there.
Yeah.
Julie says, are these sold out? If you're talking about the opals, no.
There's like 2 more left.
Those are not sold out. That's lot 577.
I know, Shree, I love the
There's
wild
3
colors.
left.
I love the wild colors. I have some that are brown, and I sold them a couple, maybe last summer. I had brown ones. You remember that, Azalea? We didn't have that many of them because they were brown, but they had like green flash.
I
They're like
remember those
butterscotch.
were everybody was like fighting for those. Like they
Well-
went super fast, and then I got a bunch of emails from
I
every
know.
brown opal store around.
Yeah, that was hard times because I didn't have enough. And so you never know when you're buying. I buy what I want and what I like and what I know will go with what I have purchased in the past. So you never know what's going to be a hit. Sometimes I buy stuff and I just sit on it for the rest of my life. So I'm not, obviously that doesn't bother me because I have a ton of beads and it's not like they go bad. It's not like it's like bread or even yarn. I have a ton of yarn and I have a ton of fabric. And guess what? Sometimes moths can get into that stuff. So, Helen says, did you already do a show and tell with your necklace? I was late logging in. I've been wearing this necklace for I made this that I was going to share it and sell it, but I just haven't gotten around to that. I've been enjoying wearing it. I call these my treasure necklaces, and I put a lot of interesting and different beads on it. There's amber right next to that. There's some of that. I found this bead that was called Super 23, and it has 23 different minerals that have grown together. Lamp work, vintage, antique. That's an old bead right there. And then artisan clay. I think that's stoneware that an artist that I really adore, she makes those. And anytime she does an update, I want to get everything. But obviously I don't. But I want it.
Clem, I'm drinking strawberry peach juice.
Yeah, we were making our own mocktails when we were at the beach. We were doing a LaCroix topped up with strawberry peach juice.
That beach trip was like the best time of my life.
We needed it. It was a good
I'd go
time
back right now
to just soak in the water. Oh, you love that yellow one? Are you referring to this one? You know what? I had a kit with these guys, the Eldorado kit.
They're like lemon.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of see through them a little bit. I love them. I think it's.
I know, I do too. I
tasty.
love it. And you know what else? This is a fun little detail. Where is that spot? Where I put the I guess I didn't do it on this necklace. I thought I did.
Here it is. So many of those.
This is a Dutch opalescent. I get kind of weird about these because and on this light, I'm looking at it, and in the light, it looks like a bluish opal bead, but in my light, it's kind of like, it just looks like milk glass. And I strung it so that it's on top of these brass pieces. And so when you look, you can see the yellow through there. It's kind of fun. Anyway, it has a clasp, but I got kind of lazy with it. All right.
Giveaway time.
Giveaway time, folks. Now, what's the first thing?
Flowers.
What's the first thing?
A flower. Guess.
Okay, you guys, flower. It's on.
The first person to comment my flower.
I don't know what it
the
is.
First giveaway.
I don't know what it is this time. Let's see what happens.
Guess. Comment your flower
Vintage.
guesses.
Oh, that yellow bead. That's an antique. It's a. If you're talking about the Dutch opalescent, those were made in the early 1800s, if you can believe it, and then traded into Africa. All right. That's my asymmetry.
You guys are guessing it.
You know what? I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to punch that properly with a drill press because I could not penetrate the metal with my hand punch. Too thick. So it'll match a little bit more. I see a lot of them.
I'm reading them.
The comments are coming in like.
They're coming in very fast. Okay, here's your hint.
Fast. You're going to do a hint?
They're usually a tall flower with long, tall leaves. And there's a lot of flowers that are like that, but that narrows it down just a little bit. You see what it is. You can help me guess it, or you can help me see it. if you spot it before I do.
Hmm.
You guys are guessing them.
Yeah, I don't see it.
It's not like hugely tall like a sunflower, though. It's moderately tall. But I
What
really
color
like
is
them.
it? I can't even picture.
Usually like pink and purple. Some people got very close,
You guys are, I think,
but close is not.
You're
win.
gonna, Azalea, you're gonna have to give a letter hint. Is
If
this
I
good?
give the letter hint, then y'all are gonna get them. Okay, well, it starts with an H. It's not hollyhock. You're getting closer.
Now, when you say closer,
I mean that I'm seeing stuff that's getting closer to it. Oh, I see you. Wait,
it
stop
looks like
moving.
it's.
Don't say any names yet. We have to make sure.
I know.
All right, Clem, Hyacinth.
Yes.
You get the first giveaway. Good job, Clem. Yippee!
Yay, Clem.
All right, I'm writing down your name. All right, nice. Round one winner was Clem with Hyacinth. That was the flower because they're tall. They have the long, tall leaves. Starts with an H, and they have those little purpley pink flowers that spout out. They look similar to a foxglove. I could have said that as a hint, but I knew that would have given it away.
Nancy says they're short.
Not the picture that I saw, friend. I saw a picture and it was taller. Not like tall like sunflower tall, but not like short like pansy or, morning glory type of short. A little taller.
Morning glory. Morning glory is a vine. So.
Well, the flower itself, you know what I'm trying to say here. Dang. Kind of specific.
Right. Well, you know what?
I used this right here. This is what I did earlier. I shuffled this. This is my flower deck, and it's like the language of flowers. It's not like a tarot card set or anything, but I shuffled it, and I got the hyacinth card. And in the painting, the flower was tall. So if I got that wrong, I'm sorry. But that was just how it looked in the painting.
Oh, that's the picture.
Yeah, pink, purple flower, tall leaves, tall.
Yeah, it does look like it would be tall, and it's a playfulness. Botanical inspirations. That's fun. The secret language of flowers. What a charming little deck to look at with the artwork. Nice. All right.
So round 2 is a sea creature. Now you guys can guess. It's a fish. It's a type of fish. And if I give you another hint, then you guys are going to get it real quick. So start guessing fish that you can think of. Unless you have any hints that you want to give, Mom. But don't give it too easy because then, it's going to come out so fast.
I'm reading them as they come in. So
if you guys are a mythical creature, it's a real fish. Reality, real creature. So, have you seen it yet?
No, I'm looking.
Well, you guys are guessing them so quickly.
You got to read them fast. So ours, now remember, if there's 2 people that guess the same, we have, we're using StreamYard, and it's connecting 3 different areas, or 3 different streaming. So we have YouTube coming in, we have the GBE, and our page. So they're all coming into the same place, and we're reading the comments through the one. You're gonna have to give it. Nobody's gonna get it
because it's a spooky fish.
There's millions of
spooky.
So that's your clue. Spooky.
Yeah, think of the creepiest looking fish you can think of, and it's that because everybody, I think they have the same image in their mind of a spooky looking fish. Pat says an eel.
And I think when I don't know if this is like, I don't know if the name.
Hold on. I see it. And anglerfish. I didn't see anybody else before that say anglerfish. So good job, Ann. It was anglerfish. Spooky fish. I did look that up, and they got their glowing eyes.
Don't they have that little thing that's...
their glowing tendril, and they got the big They're spooky
A lot of
looking. I don't
teeth.
like how they look, but you know, that's what I looked up. It gets hard to make the giveaway sometimes, you guys, because I have to come up with stuff for people to guess. It's not too easy. That's like, because if we said favorite animal, everybody's going to say a cat, and then they would
Marty.
be right.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
for like favorite gemstones, they'd be like sapphires and opals, and then they would be right. I have to go outside the box to find material. That's how it goes. All right, the last round is a bird. And you guys will probably, Anne says, eels are really spooky too.
Yeah,
I agree.
they are. Yeah.
I agree that they are spooky, but that was not what I had written
You know
on
what?
the page.
Pretty much, you know what's funny is I love the ocean. I love the sea. I like swimming in it. But I am pretty terrified of deep, dark water and will not even get on a boat over it. I'm like, you know what? I am happy to be on shore. I don't want
Okay,
anything
here's your
like
guys. You have a hint. You can. Sorry, I interrupted you. It's a blue bird. Blue.
Azalea. I can't even believe that was your hint.
There's more than one
Listen,
blue kind of
you
bird.
cannot even tell me that I give too easy of a hint.
Well, none of these have come up yet, have they? Because it's not.
She's gonna
bluebird.
be. She's
It's
gonna be
specific.
a
It's
very
not a blue jay
specific
either.
thing.
It's
you guys
something
have to
that
do
she
the very
likes.
full name.
Well,
of
if
the
I
bird.
if I don't follow what I wrote on the page, it's not fair. I can't weave around the rules so somebody can win it. You know.
Ooh, Cherie with the blue
Blue
hyacinth
hyacinth.
macaw.
That's nice. That's not what I wrote, but you're getting close.
There's a lot of people that are real super. They named it, except they're missing the first part of it.
Yeah, it's 3 words, and most of you guys have gotten it already. But I can't give you.
She's looking for
half of it.
She's looking for the full title.
The full title of said bird.
There it is. I just saw it.
I see it. Marianne, Eastern bluebird, because everybody was guessing bluebird, and I was like, it's specific.
The
though.
Eastern
If
bluebird.
you don't make it specific, then it's not fair. I have to put what's on what I wrote. But good job, Marianne. You won the 3rd round. And anybody that won a giveaway will get a $20 gift card that you can use on the website and the orders that you place tonight. And you'll get those either tomorrow or Tuesday, the invoices and gift cards. Good job with Eastern bluebird.
All right. Thanks, friends. Everybody, thanks for guessing, everyone. This has been pretty fun. And just a reminder, if you guys are enjoying this, don't forget you can like and share and help spread the word about our little programming here. So, yes, thank you, Meryl. Congrats to all the winners. Yes. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us this beautiful Sunday evening while we made earrings and such.
Oh.
Anne says, how much are them opals?
This is the opals. If I can get myself situated.
Oh, thank you, Julie. Thank you guys for joining us.
$577. Why is it blurring it out? What is that action? Dang. All right. Well, if there's anything you guys see on the replay, you can email me and ask if I have any left. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Much for joining us. We love all of you out there, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you guys soon.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.